shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding.
Hey, good morning. I apologize for being late this morning. Had some technical difficulties. Listen, this is live video, so it's like learning totally on the fly here. So, apologies for being late. Listen, the guys at VCE Productions here in Nashville, right? You guys see this? Like VCE, they just gave me this cool mug. I am all about the swag, by the way, so anybody who gives me swag, I will use it. But using their podcast studio this morning to do another interview. Listen, these guys travel all over the place and do productions, videos, podcasts. So if you're in Nashville or you're in Tennessee or somewhere in the Southeast and you need these guys' help, check them out. They're awesome, and I'm grateful that I've been using their podcast studio for a year. So I want to give them a shout out because they helped me get set up this morning now that I'm in studio and trying to figure it out. So listen, I want to sort of tackle a different topic this morning. After I got done doing the live, or finished, I should say, bad grammar, finished doing the live on Monday, I got a letter in the mail that sort of brought me full circle. Absolutely brought me full circle, and I want to talk about that today. But first, if you're new to these videos, if you don't know who I am, I'm Cicely Simpson. You can kind of think of me as your career strategist. I help you advance in your career with 5 simple strategies. Let's be honest, it doesn't advance like you're going to skyrocket in your career with these 5 strategies. I've used them in my 25 plus year career in business and politics in the legal field, and now I'm teaching them to you. So if you're new to these videos, I go live Monday and Wednesday mornings, usually the same time when there's not technical difficulties, but also you can catch all my videos on YouTube. So that's me, but I want to jump back to this letter. I'm just watching my comments to see if anybody's commenting or coming in this morning. So let me just look down. All right, make sure we're good. I want to talk about this letter that I received. I probably can't see it. That's okay. That I received on Monday. And let me just sort of tell you a little bit about my story and just be really raw and sort of real this morning. So I am the kid who wanted to be a lawyer since I was 8 years old. And I mean, that was the entire trajectory of my high school career, college. But when it came time to getting into law school, like I knew something about myself that was constantly reinforced. I am not a standardized test taker. So when I went to take the LSAT, I didn't get the number. Right? I took it 2 or 3 times. I am not a good standardized test taker, but I had the grades. And so at that time, Pepperdine School of Law out in Malibu came to Nashville to recruit law students to come out to California. And I so desperately wanted to go to Pepperdine. I mean, it was my dream school, but I didn't have the grades. And I got to be honest with you, when they called me and said, Cicely, we've looked at your grades and we've looked at your LSAT scores and, you know, you're just not meeting the bar. I was deflated. I remember that conversation. And they said, you know, try again. And I took the LSAT again and still no measurable improvement. And then I got the call that was going to change my life. And I won't mention the admissions counselor's name, but let's just say he and I have remained friends for 25 years now. But he called me and he said, look, we know how badly you want to be here. We're going to give you a try. We're going to admit you on conditional acceptance. You can come for 6 months if you can prove that you can really handle the rigors of law school. Then we'd love to welcome you into acceptance and make you part of the Pepperdine family. I remember dropping to my knees and absolutely just thinking, man, don't give up. They gave me the chance that I had needed, and I was going to prove to them that they took a chance on me for the right reasons. And so I got to campus in August of 98. I was thrilled. I was thriving, doing well my first semester. And then another challenge just knocked me off my feet. And it was, some of you heard my videos, you've heard me speak, you know I have sickle cell anemia. And I was having debilitating chest pains in law school to the point where I couldn't breathe. I would drop to my knees in the middle of class. And my doctor was, it's your health or law school. And I remember that ultimatum very, very well. And I chose law school and chose to stay there because those people had given me a chance and I had actually triumphed over challenge and got to where I wanted to go. I wasn't going to give up at this point. Fast forward 3 years after being on the trial team, after being editor-in-chief of the Dispute Resolution Law Journal, after absolutely just thriving in everything that Pepperdine had to offer. And look, I am forever indebted to Pepperdine School of Law. I love them. I still stay in touch with a lot of my professors. But fast forward 3 years, and they give away an honor to third years called the Terry Giles Honor Scholarship. It's a $10,000 scholarship, but it's the highest honor that a third year could get. And I applied thinking, I'm the kid who barely got into school. There's absolutely no way I'm ever going to get this scholarship, but what the heck, let's try it. And I applied, and again, I still have this letter, but the highest award that can go to a Pepperdine 3L, I won the award. I won the $10,000 scholarship and the opportunity to be a Terry Giles Honor Scholar. So I tell you all that because this week I got this letter from Pepperdine, and it's official, the Cicely, Simpson Endowed Scholarship Fund at Pepperdine University Caruso School of Law now. And I got this letter on Monday, and I was humbled and I was grateful, but it reminded me of an age-old lesson. Don't give up. Find a way. Keep trying. Don't give up. And seeing this letter and sort of that endowed scholarship and knowing that they had asked me to endow this scholarship and be one of 50 people that they had asked to really do this, it brought me full circle. It brought me full circle. I was that kid back in 1998 wondering, what was I going to do? I didn't have the grades. I didn't have the LSAT scores. I was the kid who was given a chance and who said, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to see this through. And to see this endowed scholarship now arrive and to be one of 50 people to be asked to do this, it takes my breath away. It's humbling. It's grateful. But it's the message I wanted to share with you all this morning. Look, if you've lost a job, I have too. I've lost jobs. And I kept going. I didn't give up. I figured out another way. Lost my job 4 years ago when I started this lobbying communications firm. And people said to me, what are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know. And I took a few months and thought about it. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted to start my own business. I'm going to start my own business. No clue how to do that. No clue what it entailed. But I didn't give up. I thought, you know what? Losing my job was not a setback. Turns out it was a blessing. It was a blessing and a constant reinforcement of that message. Don't give up. There's triumph over challenge. And this letter this week just sort of brought all those lessons back home to me. It's not been an easy ride. I can tell you stories that you would be like, oh my God, how in the world are you still, doing what you're doing? How are you still motivated? I can tell you stories that would literally surprise you of challenges I've had in my career, in my personal life. But this letter reminded me it's all come full circle. Don't give up. Whatever challenge you're facing, don't give up. There are tough days. 1,000% you're going to have tough days. You got to keep going, and you got to know, and I urge you from the bottom of my heart to take this lesson to heart. If a door closes, it's because another one's going to open. Sometimes when those doors close, maybe losing a job, maybe you didn't get the promotion, whatever it may, maybe it's a setback in your personal life, maybe it's a health problem like I had. Whatever it is, don't give up. Know that that door that closed, there's another door that's going to open. And the door that's going to open is going to be so much better than the door that just closed. So this morning, this week, it's really been on my heart since I got this letter about the endowed scholarship in my name that don't give up. You don't know where your path is going to lead you, and it's a long journey. It's been a 25 plus year journey for me, but I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it for the world. So I really just want to leave you with that message this morning. I truly hope, just keep pushing through, one foot after the other. You've heard that old phrase, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. It's one foot in front of the other, day after day, and you just keep going and you don't give up. No matter what that challenge is, listen, you can reach out to me on Messenger, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, leave me a comment on YouTube. I want to help you through those challenges. I can give you the encouragement, don't give up. I've been there, and I am willing to walk through your journey with you step by step so that you don't give up either. So I leave you with that this morning, a little bit of my personal story, a little bit of humility and gratitude, and absolutely coming full circle that I never thought the kid who didn't have the grades, certainly didn't have the money to afford going to law school, couldn't get in and was given conditional acceptance. I never thought the kid who everybody questioned whether I belonged there now has an endowed scholarship in her name. I think that 20-plus-year-old version of myself would be pretty surprised. So hit me on Messenger. I'd love to talk to you about what you're seeing in your professional or personal journey, how I can help, but don't give up. Don't give up. I will see you on Monday for live at the same time. I'm going to end this because now I got to go do a podcast interview. So have a great day. I'm going to rock us out of here. I'll see you on Monday.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.